What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest live reaction for Kengan Omega. Kengan Omega, chapter 235, entitled Unbeatable. And I, haven't done a live reaction in a little bit for Kengan, but things are about to happen. I'm pretty confident in saying that chapter 234 set us up pretty damn nicely. So, without further ado, let's just jump into this one. I mean, so many people are hyping up the idea that Shen is just going to foderize everyone, even the top tiers that are here. I mean, we got a couple of the Fangs of Matsudo, we've got Oma here, and stuff, and I'm just sitting there, and we've got Mutaba. We have the man, the myth, the legend who makes every man feel inferior in the bedroom. Now, that being said, and this is a man who didn't run. I mean, he did lose, but he didn't run from a fight with Tiger Nico. So I'm just, but yeah, and we don't exactly know all who else is there. I'm just a little concerned. Actually, before we get into the live reaction, the one thing I'm concerned with is that everyone's going to, and I'm not going to say it's not going to be a hype chapter if this does happen and Shen just goes through and fodderizes everyone, no sweat. That is okay, but long term, it's not gonna work very well. I'm sort of feeling like I'm concerned, I'm worried that we've written ourselves into a corner here, and it's gonna take, I don't know, power of friendship power-ups to defeat Shen at this point, you know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that maybe something, I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised by something that might give him pause in this chapter. But anyways, starting off, right out of the gate, Joji, starting off right there. Oh, that's another thing. We could have Talk no Jutsu. We don't need power of friendship if we have Talk no Jutsu for Jackie. So, alright. Narashiyama Joji, our main man Joe. He's outside the venue, of course, right here at the very beginning of the chapter. That's a possibility. Well, there's a possibility of a dude who might be able to give him pause, maybe not, because Joji's, I mean, I don't really know where to rank him because I never read Fist of the Seeker. I just know he's powerful, but he might give him pause because of their friendship or something, you know what I mean? And not in a bad Talk no Jutsu type of way, but just in general. Let's see, Jackie. Okay, so he noticed he's not there. Did I lose him inside? I better go back for him. I'm such a good guy. Oh, Joji, we don't deserve you, man. We don't deserve you. So let's see. So there's Shen, Shock, Shen Wulong. There's Jackie himself. Well, turns out you've got some good soldiers after all. You actually perceive me. So once again, that is still a feat. I don't want people taking this away from Terashi. It is a feat that he was able to notice his presence and stuff, right? And Shen is acknowledging that. Is he going to be able to do something? Unlikely, but still, the fact that he's going to stand his ground. Let's go. I'm honored, spelled wrong, by that compliment. Now, if you just stand down, I'd be over the moon. Alright, so at least he's sweating and he's like, well, thank you very much for the compliment. Now, if you could just stand down, I mean, that would just really make my day, man. Alright, good humor there. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind that personally, says Shen, but a friend of mine told me to cut a little loose, so I can't say no to him. Of course. Is that so? Well, then you leave me no choice. Oh, Terashi's got a gun in his sleeve. He's got a Vash gun sort of idea going on here. What does he got going on? One of those contraptions. Oh, who was the really cool dude with the? I mean, Michael Sheen had it in Underworld. He had the whatchamacallit, the sword, the sword thing. The retractable sword in the sleeve. But what am I thinking of? The guy who went, like, there was a contraption and would put a pistol in his hand. Why can't I think of who that was? Anyways, yeah, it's reminded me of the same idea. So let's go. And boom! Oh, yeah. Taken out before he could eat. It doesn't look like he got the shot off either. Maybe he did. Oh, it looks more like if he did, yeah, it's more of a trank gun. It doesn't seem to be a bullet or whatever. But Shen already knocked him the hell out, and he's down. Hey, what happened? That's an unnatural way to fall. Okay, and then boom, boom. So he noticed it, and then seems the Kengan Association has plenty of good soldiers. All right, good for him. Hey, stop! Who the hell are? Done. It's a good organization. Not bad at all. Alright, so we're getting the praise. We're getting the praise from Shen. But realistically, I mean, he could be literally saying, well, I didn't expect much anyways, so, you know. So, aren't you gonna come at me? Wait, what? Mutaba's not in the back. He showed up in the venue, but he showed up to put his hands in the air. Oh, I surrender. I'm not gonna stop you. Mutaba himself is just like, no, I can't stop this monster. What the hell? Thanks, you saved me the trouble. Mutaba. The trouble? That's rich. Mutaba sweating bullets. You give way too much lip service, you monster. Holy shit, so Mutaba recognized immediately. He could perceive him. He knew what he was up against and immediately said, no, this is the dude who willingly fought in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament with no problems and went after Tiger Nico without complaint. And then was willing to fight Edward Wu for a price. And he's just like, looking dapper as always, but no. Nope. It's not happening. It's not happening even with Mutaba. Yeah, okay. Shen's just going to foderize everyone, isn't he? I'm actually going to be upset if he actually does knock out Oma without, because Oma's been perceiving him more than once. I want to see Oma actually react better than these guys did, or, you know. Let's see. And tap, boom, tap. Okay, there. Yeah, the Cure Clan, these dudes. Boom, everybody's down. These guys are passed over there too. What is this? Mass hysteria? There's Oma, there's Inaba, and Fusui. What's all the fuss about? And boom. Oh, Shen's already taken it out. One of the top Cure girls, one of the Cure Clan members, and took out Inaba right away. And Oma hasn't noticed. Thud, they hit the ground, and boom, that's when he noticed. Huh? Oh, it's Shen is to look at that aura. Oma's there. Huh? Oh, it's you. They're this damn close to each other. You're Jackie Lee. I think I'll call it quits after them. Oh, wait, he's not gonna fight. Well, he's not going to take Oma out. Let's be real. I love Oma. I think he's top tier. But Shen, as I said, I'm worried about from a writing perspective. Talk no jutsu or power of friendship. Place your bets now because this man is just... He's not placed on a tier list because he's broken the tier list. So, alright. Who is they going to fight? Tokita, back off. You're the one they want. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got, what's his name? Hollis, of the Cure Clan. I mean, he's good. He's one of the best the Cure's got, but he's nothing super special. You're the one they want. You guys, okay, so 2 Fangs of Metsudo, the 7th and 8th Fang with Misasa, and captain of the 3rd squad of the bodyguards, Jay. Yeah, well, Jay's probably the weakest link there. Let's see. They're not going to do anything, are they? Even the Fangs. I'm actually going to be disappointed because everyone said that, like, Misasa's good. Stronger than Retsuru. He's the 8th Fang. And he took out the 6th Fang pretty confidently, pretty easily. People are saying, well, that was a special circumstance, blah, blah, blah. Like, how good is Misasa actually? I think that Misasa never got his time to shine, so I'm curious, but let's see. Well, we're fucked. All the other units are outside the venue. That's what you think the problem is. Numbers? Misasa says, as if more of us could make a difference. Misasa's immediately knows he's going to lose. Alright, so he's recognized he's like Mutaba here. He knows he's going to lose. We'll hold him off. Alright. 7th Fang. Takayama. Listen, man. You're cool. You've always been cool. You're one of the best bodyguards. But you ain't doing holding off shit. You go warn the master, Tokita. Okay. Oma just standing there shocked. Shen, now this is spectacular. You know your odds, and you're still coming at me, says Shen. And Vom, here they go. Sword, knife, fists, knife. Alright, of course, weapon specials. And of course, Jade's the first one he takes out. Just tap. Alright, so he went down. We see the back of Shen's head as we get 3 high-level weapon specialists attacking all at once. It almost looks like that sword is about to connect to Shen. I doubt it will. And then tap, tap, tap. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, he got Hollis in the face. Went down. He got Misasa in the side of the head going down. And he had Takayama right there on the shoulder, it looks like. And they all went down. And Oma's just standing there shocked. Holy shit. I'm not trying to knock the basics here. It's good to know how to form a fist, how to move your back, and where to place your feet. Alright, so he's talking proper stances, right? Oh, they're not knocked out though. Hold on. Misasa is down but not out. Takayama's same, and Hollis. Okay, so Jay, we don't see Jay, but these are the first 3 that got knocked out that aren't knocked out. They got hit by Shen, and he didn't knock them out. Not that he couldn't, but he didn't apply enough force. Let's see. So he's not trying to knock the basics of basically having proper stance. Proper fundamentals. But you can knock someone out with even a gentle stroke as long as you know how. Oh, so what he was doing was basically just bam, bam, bam. Sort of like water, you know, flow like water, you know. Dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee, or whatever it is, right? But you can knock someone out with even a gentle stroke as long as you know how. Okay, so he's talking about basically hitting vital points, you know, at the right angle, with the right amount of pressure and all that stuff. I'm impressed you're still conscious. You must be pretty strong. Okay, so Shen, I mean, people are going to take memes away from this because of all of the, you are truly strong, you were too strong, all that stuff. So Shen is acknowledging, once again, that these guys are strong because they didn't pass out. I think that's a fair assessment. He's been just casually knocking dudes out who could barely perceive him, even guys he could perceive, and these guys, though they're nothing to Shen, they were not knocked out with his strike. So he's just like, I'm actually, you know, you're stronger than I thought you'd be, like, kudos. And now Yamagohan, of course, the shock face, back to the present. Yamagohan, Jackie's the connector? Hey, hi. And there's Yan, so we walked in. So, did you get the message yet, says Yan? This guy's the connector. And look at what he did to your expert security forces. Incapacitated. Yeah, I didn't think he was killing any of them. He was just knocking them out to prove a point that he can literally walk through a room of master level martial artists and assassins and gunmen and military, you know, Navy SEALs, for God's sakes. And he can just go through them, and he can make that room mean nothing. You know. Maybe some of you are thinking something like this. What if we had Kano Agito? Or what if Cure Ryan was here? Could Roland Donaire have taken him? Okay, Roland, get out of that conversation. Okay. So, Yan is literally speaking to power scalers right now. This chapter is literally speaking to the power scalers. Anybody who has made arguments for, okay, yeah, we don't know all the things with Mukaku and stuff. I mean, that looks really bad, but come on. Clearly, Shen has got to meet his match with one of these guys, you know? Maybe Oma just overhyped Mukaku, right? How would they actually fight, you know? Clearly, Yan's basically saying, okay, now some of you, like, he's speaking to the fan base, obviously, like, and honestly, kudos, because it's knocking down a lot of people. It's like all the people's arguable S tiers, you know? And he's just saying, what if the strongest Fang, the fifth Fang, was here? What if the strongest Cure Clan member was here? What if, for the dude introduced in this one, and he's not as good as either of those two, what if he was here? And he's just basically like, no, that doesn't matter. And he's speaking to the people. It wouldn't matter. And he just, beast, man. Nobody can beat him. I mean, okay. So first and foremost, all right. Whoa. I love the acknowledgement, because honestly, it does feel in character. It does feel in character and stuff, because he's basically saying, listen, we know you have a lot of strong guys and shit. And you're thinking like, oh yeah, these are security forces, but we have forces of nature of our own. We have monsters in the Kengan Association. So Yan is basically, before the argument is even brought up, before a shred of hope is there dangling with, well, you know, Oma's here, but he didn't fight, and the Fifth Fang isn't here, and, you know, where's Kirain? It's not like we have the whole Kengan Association here, you know, we don't have our top tiers here exactly. You caught us by surprise. He's basically like, let's just shut that argument down before we get going. The best Fang ain't good enough. Now, granted, I think Erio is still probably the best, but he was too old. But yeah, basically, the best Fang you can produce, the king of the Kengan matches, the Emperor, sorry, no good. And the strongest, you know, cure now that Edward Wu is dead, no, sorry. You know, and Roland, the king of Purgatory, forget about it. It doesn't matter. These dudes, your arguments, your shreds of hope here mean nothing. That was honestly a great way to deliver that. It really was. Like, he's just freaking practical. This is a fighting thing. There's a lot of egos and prides that he's talking to right now. And they're like, yeah, well, you know, Wakatsuki's never, or Kana Agito did. Yeah, he knows who he's talking. He knows who his audience is. And he's like, listen, none of them are doing shit. Now, granted, he didn't mention the beard. The beard. I'm just saying, you know, surprisingly, the beard was not mentioned. Or unsurprisingly, because he doesn't want to give them the one sliver of hope, the sliver of hope that they may have. That unlike all these guys, who, yeah, they've improved, but Kuroki Gensai, the strongest by the end of the first manga, bar none, still believed himself to be green. A man who can stop bullets for fun. And he's just like, and he's been improving this whole time. Our one sliver of hope is the great beard. Now, granted, it would be funny. I'm sure people are going to make edits where it's like, no, the beard can't do shit and stuff. And once again, it'd be interesting. We'll have to talk Kuroki Gensai at the end here, but yeah. Because Kuroki, I wouldn't be upset, because it's been like 6 years at this point total since the end of Asura. I wouldn't be against the idea that he figured out principles. You know, that like superverted, what Shen's using right now, the basis for why he's so powerful, principles. I wouldn't be surprised if Kuroki, who's the one introducing all the inception of intent and all this shit, and you know, and the perceptions and all this stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if now he's advanced to the next form of Haki, the next form, which is principles, and Kuroki's figured out principles at this point. I wouldn't be bothered by that, because if anybody in the series is also going to have figured out the secret, the fifth element, or the sixth element usually, all that stuff, you know, it's going to be Kuroki, who we know has been training on waterfalls this whole time, right? It's gonna be him. So, oh, there's a spider on my wall. Weird, I was wondering what that, I kept seeing movement in the corner. Anyway, so it wouldn't matter, Shen's just like this going, you know, it wouldn't even be a fight. You wouldn't want to fight a tornado or an earthquake, would you? I mean, goddamn. I mean, he's basically saying, yeah, the dude's a natural disaster. He kind of is. This man is beyond the bounds of your reason. That's what I wanted to demonstrate on you. And everyone's just like, damn. And now Lu Han is here saying, okay, ladies and gentlemen, now that Yan's done his speech, let's get back to business. First we demand, we're having a Kengan match! Let's go! Nogi doesn't give a fuck. Nogi knows something. That or just, he's just like, fuck it. I'm not giving in to shit. First, we demand Kengan Association membership for the Death Day, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we're having a Kengan match. Boom. Black dialogue box and all. Nogi, you could be a force of nature or God himself for all I care. But there's only one rule in the Kengan Association. Your wish must be granted with your fists. Alright. Regardless. That's the end of the chapter. Okay. I am so glad I reacted to that chapter. That chapter was hype. That chapter was hype. That chapter was peak, man. That chapter was pretty fucking good, okay? So here's my deal. Here's my deal on that is that even if, let's say you don't believe in the fact that Kuroki Gensai might have figured out principles. He's figured out the next step, the next level. And sure, he's probably not as good as Shen, but he can actually give Shen a fight. I don't know how difficult a fight, but he's the only character I know of, once again, didn't read Fist of the Seeker, but he's the only character I know of, out of all the S tiers, that we know has improved and we have yet to see fight in Omega, and we know he's been getting better, and he doesn't even think of himself as a master. I, Kuroki, am still green. After literally winning against the best of the best, he's like, I am not good enough because he's not Shen. He's literally, now it all makes sense. My argument here, okay, I got this. My argument is that Kuroki, basically, because he didn't pull what Shen could have done in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, because he actually got hit, because people actually managed to crush his Devil Lance, destroy his fingers and stuff, because top tiers were able to do that to him, and he wasn't out of that best of the best tournament unscathed, he recognized that he's too green. So he is trying to achieve Shen level power. I'm just saying, I don't see anybody else striving for that crazy a level. The man still believes himself. Is like, no, I'm not a master of shit. I am not good enough. You know? So, out of all the characters, the only one I could see that has figured out principles and may be able to teach it to somebody else, which, once again, that would sort of go against his character, though, but I could still see Kuroki showing up being like, that is the level I've been trying to achieve the whole time, is to master principles. And to be able to fight on that level. That's the only guy right now. Because we can have a Kengan match, sure. Now it's just going to be, we're having a Kengan match. Like, Nogi, alright, just right out of the gate, Nogi's last statement is just like, alright, fuck your demands, I don't care. Like, because if they give in to the demands anyways, here's the deal. Is that Nogi's basically, he's sweating bullets here. But he's just like, no, this is my house. The Kengan Association is our shit. And the way we do things, we don't grant wishes, we don't do favors, we don't make deals without a match. Remember the beginning is that all business deals are done this way. All business deals are done this way. So, once again, this works. This works 100%. I think it's great. Nogi's not giving in to shit. Nogi got some stones here, being like, nah, man. I don't give a fuck if you're God himself. In this house, in my house, you gotta win a fight before you get to make any type of wish or demand or fuck you, you know? Good on no, yeah. This was a straight fire chapter, 100%. Now, just because it's now he said a Kengan match. Hopefully, it's a whole new tournament, and we forget this real tournament shit. But we have, it may or may not be against Shen. That's the thing. I don't know. Like, this could be against Shen, or it could be a whole tournament where the Worm pits up their guys, or it could be against Yan. But I mean, if they really wanted to win, obviously they would put up Shen to fight. But maybe they'd be a condition like, okay, you want to threaten us with that, well, then blah, blah, blah. Maybe they'll find a way to make it so he's not in it. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one yet, but because right now they have nobody who can fight Shen. And once again, even if Kuroki has figured out principles, I doubt he mastered them to the level of Shen. So even if he could give him the only character that could give him a fight, it's still at Kuroki's disadvantage, 100%. Shen is just too, like, once again, you guys see my hand. Here's the ceiling. Shen's way beyond it. So I just, you know. Either way, what do you guys think though? What did you think of the chapter? Let me know down in the comment section down below. I'm so glad I reacted to this because I've been very behind on doing video content and stuff. Just been very busy, very tired, and I thought about just quickly reading the chapter, doing a quick review here, but I was like, no, you know what? I haven't read it. I might as well react to it. It's probably going to be a pretty good chapter, and it was. It was awesome in some great ways. Yeah, it was just a fun chapter, really fun chapter to read. So what do you guys think though? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always, and we'll see you beautiful people back here once again for some more Kengan Omega. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. We'll see you back here next time. Sayonara, everybody.